Hey everybody, so recently I made a video on how to make this green shirred gathered dress, and I showed you how to sew the bottom tier with a serger, but I got a message and she asked how do I sew the bottom tier if I don't have a serger. So in this video I'm going to show you how to make this pink shirred gathered dress with a different technique. Let's get into this. The first thing we're going to do is the measurements. The formula will be the hips times 1.5. My dress form is 41 inches times 1.5 is 61 and a half. This dress is going to have pockets, so I would divide 61 and a half by 2 for the side seams. So 61 and a half divided by 2 equals 30 and 3/4. The front width is going to be 30 and 3/4 plus 1 inch seam allowance, and that's this right here. The back width is going to be 30 and 3/4 plus 1 inch seam allowance, and that's this right here. This fabric is for the front and this is for the back. So from here to here is 30 and 3/4. From here to here is 1 inch. That's a total of 31 and 3/4. The patterns for these two dresses are made differently. The video I made for the green dress recently has the top separated from the waist to the bottom of the dress. After that is the bottom tier. The waist has gathers and I use a 2-to-1 ratio. The bottom tier has a 2.5-to-1 ratio for the gathers. For the pink dress, I will make it a one piece with a bottom tier. At the end of this video, I will tell you which one is my favorite and why. Next is the length of the dress. The length of the dress will be 30 and a half, but it will be in two parts. One will be the top of the dress and the other will be the bottom tier. This is where I will gather the fabric. Let's start with the top of the dress. The 1 1/4 seam allowance will be for the 1/2 inch elastic to go through. So it's 5/8, then fold over again 5/8. Then it will be 9 1/2 from the top of my design to the waist. After that, I will go down 11 inches from the waist. Then I will add 1 inch for the seam allowance. The total length for the top of the dress will be 22 and 3/4. Next is the length of the bottom tier, which is this right here. The top will have a 1 inch seam allowance, then 1 3/4 for the fold over. I will explain that in a little while when I show you how to sew it. From here, go down and mark 1 inch, and that will be where you sew the gathers. And from here to here will be the length of the dress. After that, it will have a 1 inch seam allowance for the bottom. The total length for the bottom tier will be 14 and 3/4. The total length of the dress will be 30 and a half, which is 9 1/2 plus 11 inches plus 10 inches. The fabric for the top of the dress will be 22 and 3/4, and the bottom tier will be 14 and 3/4. Next up is the ratio method. I will gather the fabrics from here to here, and I will use the 2.5-to-1 ratio for the front and back of the bottom tier. The measurement you will need is the width of the dress. So this is the width of the dress. You will need the bottom measurement. For me, it's 30 and 3/4. Don't add the seam allowance, okay guys? Only this amount. Then add the ratio method plus the seam allowance. So the front of the bottom tier will be 30 and 3/4 times 2.5 plus 1 inch seam allowance. That equals to 77 and 7/8. That's how much fabric I will need. The back of the bottom tier will be the same thing. 77 and 7/8 will be 2 yards and 6 inches. So I will need 4 yards and 12 inches plus the seam allowance for every time I cut the pieces to make the bottom tier. These are the pockets I'll be using. Next is the arm section. There's 2 ways you can shape the armhole. You can make a curve or you can make a straight line. I'm going to make a straight line. So for the measurements, I do not start from here and the bottom here. Remember, this is the top seam allowance and this is the side seam allowance. I start putting the measurements from under the seam allowance. I measure out and from here I go down. So from here I'm going to measure out and mark 2 inches. Then go down and mark 2 3/4. After that, I will make a straight line like this. From this line, I'm going to go up and mark my seam allowance. This is how it's going to look. Next up is the sleeve. I'm going to make the off-the-shoulder sleeve. The measurements I'm going to need is the bicep circumference and the sleeve length. So my dress form's bicep measurement is 12 inches. I'm going to take the 12 inches and multiply by 1.5. It will equal to 18 inches. Or I can multiply by 2, which is 24 inches. I decided to make it 21 inches. So it's 21 plus 1 inch seam allowance, and that will equal to 22 inches. From here to here is 21 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance equals 22 inches. The sleeve length will be 9 inches. 5/8 plus 5/8 will be 1 1/4 seam allowance on the top. And for the bottom seam allowance, it will be 1 inch 5/8, and 1/4, which is a total of 1 7/8 seam allowance. I'll be putting elastic on the bottom. For the arm section, I'll be putting the same measurement I put for the top, which is 2 inches across and 2 3/4 down. From that line, I'm going to go up and put the seam allowance. Now I'm going to show you how to sew the bottom of the sleeve. You can use a chalk or a fabric marking pen to mark the lines. The first thing I'm going to do is fold over 1/4, then fold it over 1 5/8, and I'm going to sew right at the edge about 1/16. Then after that, I'm going to sew 1 inch from the bottom, and this will be the casing for the elastic to go through. For the elastic, I subtracted the bicep by 2, the elbow by 1.5, but you can subtract it by whatever number you're comfortable with. The elastic for the across front chest and back chest will be subtracted by 1.5. To pull the elastic inside the casing, you can use a drawstring threader or safety pin. I'll be using this. You can also use it for elastic. You put the elastic inside and you lock it in like this. Once it's locked in, you can put it inside the casing. So now let me show you a different way on how to sew the bottom tier. If you don't have a serger, you can use a straight stitch for the raw edges. This is the top of the front dress, and this is the bottom tier. The first thing we're going to do is fold over a 1/2 inch to the front like this, and then fold it over again a 1/2 inch. After that, sew a 1/8 stitch right here. Next, fold over the top of the bottom tier a 1/2 inch to the front, and then fold it over again a 1/2 inch. This is going to be your 1 inch seam allowance. Then sew a 1/8 stitch right here. After that, fold over the 1 3/4 to the back like this. From this top down to the 1 inch is where you're going to make your gathers. The next step is to gather the fabric on that 1 inch line. Then put it on the bottom of the front dress like this. Your raw edges will look clean and neat. Let's pretend I already gathered the fabric. Once you put them together like this, you're going to pin down the gathers neatly on that line. But make sure that the bottom seam allowance on the back are lined up neatly together. You will notice there's a little space right here. That's because when you sew the gathers on that 1 inch line, it will not sew on top of the seam allowance on the back. I put a pin so you can see the little space between the gathered line and the seam allowance. The construction on the inside of the dress will look neat. This is how it's going to look when the fabric is gathered, but make sure you sew the seam allowance on the bottom tier first, okay guys? After the fabric is gathered on that 1 inch stitch line, the inside of the dress will look clean and professional, and this is how it looks on the top. To mark the lines, you can use a fabric marking pen, chalk marker, or you can use the edge of the presser foot on your sewing machine. I'm using a pencil for educational purposes only. Before I start shirring, I'm going to go here and measure down my top to waist measurement and mark it here and here. This will let me know when to stop shirring. My lines will be a 1/2 inch apart from each other. Then I will mark my seam allowance lines on all the sides. When I start shirring, I will share and stop at the seam allowance. Then come down to the next line and continue shirring. I will do that on all the lines. Next, I put the elastic inside the top casing for the front and back. After I shirred the fabric, I sewed the pockets. Then I turned it over and sewed the understitch. Then from there, I put the bottom tier on top of the dress and I sewed it on the 1 inch gathered line. And here is the final look, guys. Do you like it? Let me know in the comments. Now I'm going to tell you which method is my favorite. My favorite is method 1. The reason why it's my favorite is because you can make your bust measurement separate from your waist gathers. You can control how much you want to gather the fabric, and the bust area won't be a little big. As you can see, in method 2 is a one piece. The bust and waist is connected together, and then it has a bottom tier. You cannot control the measurement on the waist. Let me show you what I mean. For method 2, the formula is the biggest part of your body times 1.5. So her hips is 41 inches, but her bust is 38 inches, and her waist is 30 inches. So that means that the bust and waist area will be a little big. The only thing that's stopping the dress from coming down is the elastic on top of the front and back of the dress. So if you want to do method 2, then what you can do is sew the bust seam allowance a little bit more. But you won't be able to do that to the waist, because if you sew too much of the seam allowance on the waist, it will look too small on the hips. There's another way you can sew the top of this dress, and that's with elastic instead of elastic thread. For that method, you have to sew the straight lines and put the elastic inside each casing. But that's a video for another day. If you learned something, then please give this video a like so it can help other creators like yourself. And if you haven't seen the video for the green dress, then you can check it out right here. Click or tap on the screen right here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to practice, practice, practice. Bye, everybody.